And the starting group for Chicago. Josh Giddey out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Isaac Okoro. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And for Utah, they've got Yusuf Nurkic, Keontae George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
Now here's Markkanen. For 3, George. And it's cleared by Vucevic. To the paint. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Shams, thank you. Both good from the line that time. And on lottery night, the Utah Jazz sliding back to the 5th pick, Doris.
B.A., I know for the fan base, obviously that's disappointing. Everybody wants the top pick, or they're hoping for at least a top 3 pick. But here's the key for the Utah Jazz. They have put in place an organization of leadership that will make good decisions over a span of time. This isn't a one draft wonder. This is about building out over time and getting a sustainable roster.
Now here's Vucevic. Boy, he just disappeared against Detroit. They needed him. And Okoro gets it to go.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch and shoot game.
Nurkic against Vucevic. Nurkic inside. Vucevic with some nice D.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
George against Jones. Pass to Buzelis. Okoro outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Okoro's got 5 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Shot by Nurkic, no good.
Well, cold start, right? You've taken 4 shots, you've not made one of them.
And that one's good. Giddey.
This young guy is so gritty. Josh Giddey powers through on the drive. A little contact, I'll take it.
For Utah, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Here's Hendricks. Knocks down the long J.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Giddey scanning the floor. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Mikhailuk. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 4. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
Now here's George. He's coming off a 19-point game against Atlanta. 2 points. That one goes.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
And so here is Chicago. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Here's Giddey. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. No good again that time.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
George finds Markkanen. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jones. George, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Jones. Here's Giddey. Can't hit that one. Nurkic with some nice D.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Utah shooting their first free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And let's take a minute for the rookie leaderboard and to look at the top free throw shooters in this rookie class. 5th best, Matas Buzelis.
A skill that works at every level, free throw shooting. And he's been comfortable even under the bright lights of the NBA.
Mykhailiuk attacks. Utah moving the ball around. George against Jones. Nurkic a screen on Jones. For 3, George connects from downtown. George has got his second basket on the night.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Jones, the pass to Vucevic. And there's the call on Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Here's Buzelis, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Outside Jones, 4 on the clock. There's the drive. Three-pointer, Vucevic. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist.
Yeah, Vucevic matching threes and clapping right back.
Here's George. He's got 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Hendricks. Pass to Mykhailiuk. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Here's George. And that one comes up a bit short. The Bulls have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. George against Jones. Inside. Here's Giddey. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finish in the painted area. I can do that too.
Here's George. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Pass to Hendricks. Now Markkanen from deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Okoro. It's Vucevic, high post. Over Nurkic. Vucevic's shot is off.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
George in the post, working on Jones. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air and he'll finish.
The Bulls trail by 3. Jones feels it out. It's Vucevic, high post. It's stolen by Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's George. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
For Chicago, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Nurkic. Down low. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Giddey. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Utah.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski comes in for Hendricks, and it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Then for Chicago, Williams is checked in for Okoro, and Ayo Dosunmu subbed in for Jones. Doris, while he's selective about it, Jusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Jusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
Now here's Filipowski. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Pass to Markkanen. Let's go with a 3. Counted from distance. Markkanen's got 8 points.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. They trail by 9, and so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A different look here for Utah. Kevin Love's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Bailey comes in for Markkanen. And Sensabaugh subbed in for George. Then for Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Herter comes in for Buzelis. And it's Carter in for Giddey. And checking out some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. Free throw drops for Williams. Utah making a switch here. Tshiebwe's checked in. And Williams drops them both. Utah leading by 7. 1:14 left in the first. Sensabaugh, no good. Chicago has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith. Here's Williams, covered by Filipowski. Fast break, here we go. And here's Bailey for 3. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Here's Carter. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Pass to Williams. And here's Herter. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Anderson's checked in for Utah. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Bailey. And stolen by Herter. Dosunmu goes in. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Utah leading by 5. Here's Collier. No points yet. Back to Filipowski. Up and over Smith. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Here's Dosunmu. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. With 1 on the clock. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Jazz out in front, leading by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Kevin Huerter out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's DeSumo, then there's Javon Carter, and it's Smith in at the center position.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Bulls trail by 6. Huerter passes to Carter. Picked by Carter. DeSumo outside. Clock at 6. Back to Carter. And he makes it on the layup.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Collier. He's scoreless. Pass to Filipowski. Chicago with a rebound. Outside Huerter. Here he goes. And he jams it home with authority.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Utah has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Pass to Sensabaugh. With some arc. Ooh, stolen by Smith. DeSumo outside. Poke loose. In transition, here they come. Shot's good by Collier. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
The Bulls have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Carter, the pass to Smith. Here's Huerter. Count it. Huerter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A different look here for Utah. Hendricks has checked in for Love. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Bailey. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Sensabaugh. Then for Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Herter. Giddey comes in for DeSumo. And it's Tre Jones in for Carter. Here's Collier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
And the way he passed the basketball was also a major factor. He created a ton of opportunities for his teammates, guys.
Yeah, great feed there by Markkanen. That's something this team wants more from Lauri.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Giddey. Back to Jones. Pass to Okoro. Now here's Smith. This one for three. It's hauled in by Collier. You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Boris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
Here's Smith. Following the bucket by Utah. Williams passes to Giddey. Now Jones. No good that time. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. Pass to Giddey. Shot clock at 6. Williams with the screen. Beyond the arc. And it's Giddey with the three. Giddey's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, if this becomes a consistent part of Josh Giddey's game, look out, because that three-point shot going to make him so dangerous.
And they pick up 2. And the Jazz lead by 6.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 7. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Collier. With the floater. The shot that time not on target. Jones with some nice D to the middle. Here's Giddey, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, you can see the long, lanky frame of Josh Giddey on display.
Here's Collier, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. And a change for the Bulls. Buzelis is checked in. And it's Utah with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Hendricks. Out to the wing. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Three-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
And it's Giddey missing. The Jazz have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Here's Collier, defended by Jones. Markkanen outside. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
Whatever the range is, Lauri Markkanen has it. He is such a sweet shooter.
Bulls trail by 5. Now Giddey. He's got 9. Jones, the pass to Giddey. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Utah making a switch here. George is checked in. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. And Okoro gets it to go.
That's what you call a whatever-it-takes mindset. Okoro finds his way to contribute night in and night out.
And it's Utah with the ball. 6-point lead. Next game, they'll get to take on the Lakers in Los Angeles. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. BA?
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Jazz leading by 6. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk. Takes a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Buzelis. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Just good, aggressive play by Buzelis, not shying away from some physicality inside.
The Jazz have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Hendricks. Here's Mikhailuk. He's got 5. Markkanen for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Jazz, a better start would be ideal, but right now, they're 10th in their respective conference.
Checking out Utah, they failed to deliver the great season people were hoping for, but it's far from hopeless. Plenty of time to turn things around for them.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Jazz leading by 7. Pass to George, and stolen by Jones. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's Utah with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Hendricks. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Outside Giddey. It's Vucevic, high post. Over Nurkic. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Jones. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. Bulls trail by 7. Giddey passes to Jones. 1:02 left to play in the half. 6 to shoot. Outside Giddey. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. Nurkic with some nice D. George against Jones. There's the triple. George, that one's good. George has got 10 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Picked by Vucevic. And it's Giddey off the drive. 3-pointer. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist from Giddey.
Well, what anticipation from the Montenegrin center. Vucevic reading the defense well on the catch and shoot.
Markkanen outside. It doesn't go for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Jazz up 7. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Chicago Bulls.
Sometimes you try on defense and still get scored on, and that's what's happening right now. They're struggling to find the answers, Shaq.
Got to tighten up, that's all I'll say.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup against the Lakers, no one can play a perfect game. But they'll have to do a few things to come close. Taking good shots, communicating well defensively, and outwork those guys across from you, Shaq.
Word.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
The Bulls trail by 7. They've got Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. He's out there with George. Lauri Markkanen out there with Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position. That's the group for Utah right now. Giddey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Listen, he's going to get stronger, but you talk about guile and the willingness to battle down low. Josh Giddey is more than up to the task.
And he makes a first. Both free throws good from Giddey.
Well, Josh Giddey has proven that he will have some triple-doubles in his career because he can score it, he can board it, and he can certainly find his teammates. Now it's about being consistent and efficient.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Okoro. 5 on the clock from 20 feet. Utah grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. And the more experienced George gets, the more confident he looks.
Well, Keontae George is an excellent athlete. He's got positional size to play the lead guard, but he's got to develop as a playmaker. He took that step this past season. And we know this, the guy is elite athletically. Like, there's a lot of good building blocks here.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the 3 by Utah. Here's Okoro. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah leading by 10. To the inside. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic. He's made one and missed one so far at the line. That's good from Nurkic.
One of the things I think teams love when you have Jusuf Nurkic is the kind of physicality he brings nightly in the middle of the paint. This is a guy who's capable of 20 and 20 on a good night.
Chicago passing it around. Picked by Vucevic from deep. Giddey. He can't hit that time.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
There's a screen by Nurkic. George for three. Chicago with a rebound.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now. Inside.
And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. In the third spot, the Jazz. Number 5, the Bulls.
Both of these teams have been so physical. Two of the best rebounding the ball over the last 10 games.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Mattis Buzelis certainly has good size, but what catches my eye are his skills. He can handle the ball and make smart decisions on the floor, which is so important for a rookie.
Good on both.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Back to George. Nurkic a screen on Jones. Down low. And Nurkic throws it down.
Yeah, you can see the power game that Jusuf Nurkic has in his tool bag. That's a strong finish.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Back to Giddey. To the wing, right side. Right wing. Vucevic against Nurkic. 4 on the clock. From deep, Giddey. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. Giddey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Markkanen, the pass to Nurkic.
Yeah, if Nurkic gets this kind of position and he's carved out that space, the best you can do sometimes is foul him.
Yeah, and this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Here's Giddey. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Giddey's got 16 points now.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Back to George. Pass to Hendricks. Now Nurkic. Covered by Vucevic. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And so here is Chicago. Outside Giddey. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Jones. 5 to shoot. Back to Giddey. The 3. And he can't get that one. Jazz leading by 9. And here's George. Uses the glass on the layup. 12 points for him.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Giddey. 16 points for him. Okoro outside. And here is Vucevic. Vucevic, a screen on George. Back to Vucevic. The 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game.
Mr. Vucevic has elite range for a big man. He will punish you from downtown if you let him.
Now here's Vucevic. 9 points in the game. Pass to Giddey. Shot clock at 6. Releases. Utah with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now. Markkanen outside. Stolen by Jones. And up the court come the Bulls on the break.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. 6-point game. Here's Mikhailuk. Giddey defends. And another miss by Utah. The Bulls have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Okoro with the ball. Markkanen's there. From deep, Giddey. Utah with the rebound. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds in the game. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, a big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Now here's Jones, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Vucevic gets the bucket.
The sure stroke of Vucevic when he added that three-point shot in his 6th season. He has loads of trust in his jumper.
To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Jones. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Dosunmu. Utah grabs the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Collier, no good. The Bulls trail by 7. Okoro with the ball. Guarded now by George. Okoro passes to Jones. Chicago passing it around. Picked by Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dosunmu can't hit. Utah's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Hendricks. Hits a three-pointer. Hendricks has got 18 points in the game.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Chicago has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
A different look here for Utah. Love is checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Filipowski comes in for Hendricks. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Lauri Markkanen. Then for Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. Williams comes in for Okoro. And it's Carter in for Jones. Nails it from beyond the arc. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Jalen Smith wants to stretch the floor. He's got a sweet shot.
To the middle. And stolen by Williams. Right side, Carter. Picked by Vucevic. From behind the arc. Utah with the rebound.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
George with it. 12 points for him. Fires from deep. Can't get it to drop. Oh, nice D from Carter. Williams passes to Dosunmu. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
As the game has gone on, they've had trouble protecting the rock. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Love, and Bailey subbed in for George. Now here's Markkanen. He's got 19. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, this is where he flourishes. Out in the open floor, Josh Giddey terrific at getting to the right spots.
Utah leading by 5. Here's Collier. To the paint. And Williams over to help. And another miss by Utah. Chicago has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Herder. The rebound by Markkanen.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
For 3, Collier. It's hauled in by Herder. He gets it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Jazz. They're up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for the Bulls, getting the 4th quarter going. Jalen Smith is out there with Williams. Then there's Kevin Herder. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's Giddey in at the point. Now here's Herder. Shoots. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Herder. Giddey's got 20 points.
Great to see Josh Giddey attacking like this. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal when you are shooting lights out.
And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. And stolen by Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Dosunmu. Pass to Collier. Here's Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Now Markkanen lets the 3 fly. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Now here's Giddey. Smith outside. Pass to Herder. Outside Giddey. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Here's Bailey. Ooh, some solid defense from Herder.
Oh, he had all the room he needed, just failed to convert it.
Here's Collier. Giddey defends. That free throw, no good. Nurkic is checked in for Bailey. And a change for the Bulls. Buzelis is checked in for Herder. And he sinks the second.
You know, they would have liked to have gotten them all, but he did make it a 2-possession game.
Giddey passes to Dosunmu. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Smith. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Utah leading. Here's Collier. And here's Filipowski. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got his first points of the night. Here's Giddey. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got his fourth rebound in this one. And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And so here is Chicago following the bucket by Utah. Williams from long range.
Tremendous job by Markkanen defensively. Use your size to make it tough on that offensive player.
Pass to Collier. Nurkic a screen on Giddey. To the inside. And Nurkic throws it down.
It's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Clock at 6. Shoots over Collier. The Bulls with another miss. Utah leading by 8. Out to the right wing. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Dosunmu, right side. Outside Giddey. Dosunmu outside. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Williams against Markkanen. For 3, Collier. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Giddey passes to Williams. Pass to Buzelis. There's a screen. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's a well-timed play with Buzelis ready to catch and finish.
Utah leading by 8. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A different look for Utah. Hendricks is checked in for Filipowski. Mikhailuk comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's George in for Collier. Then for Chicago, Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Williams. And it's Tre Jones in for Dosunmu. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Okoro. Chicago passing it around.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Now here's George. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. Lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Here's Nurkic. Now here's George. Shot clock at 5. Markkanen outside for 3.
The defensive instincts of Okoro right there. So solid at using his body and his length to bother shooters.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
One shot.
And that one misses. Jazz leading by 4. Pass to Hendricks. Back to George. Now Nurkic. George, a screen on Vucevic. George, right side. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
The Bulls have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Now Vucevic. It's stolen by Nurkic. George with it. He's picked up by Jones. Pass to Markkanen from the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Now Vucevic lets it fly from 18. He knocks down the jumper.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Utah leading by 4. Nurkic a screen on Jones. Nurkic outside. And Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's Jones. Now Giddey. Puts up the tray. Not that time.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Vucevic with the steal. Outside Jones. Here's Buzelis. Oh, he misses the layup. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. Mikhailuk attacks. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Bulls trail by 6. Outside Jones. Here's Vucevic. Nurkic with a rebound. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
George! The 3 ball is down!
It's not just the decision-making, it's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Now Vucevic. Bucket! Straight in!
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Now here's George. For 3. It's money from deep.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're down by 10. Here's Vucevic. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. 20 seconds left to play in the fourth. Money from 3.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
First free throw is good. Jones hits them both. 11-point game. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.